Welcome to Broken Hungry. My name is Kara, and why take out when you could eat on? Today we have a very special episode. I actually have a celebrity guest as my date on for the Valentine's Day special. We're going to be making a meal for the two of us, but I don't want to discourage people to not make it on their own because you can totally make it on your own and eat it all if you like, if you're feeling extra single on that Valentine's Day. Welcome, David.
Hello, how are you doing, Kara?
Oh, I'm just lovely. So we're going to start off with our dessert today, actually, because you're going to want to get it chilling in the fridge. We're going to be making a chocolate mousse, or a pot of chocolate. So we have our ingredients out today. We have about 4 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. We have an 1/8 cup of unsalted butter. We have 2 eggs. We have some sugar and some whipping cream. So if you don't know how to melt chocolate, visit our previous episodes. We've melted chocolate to cover bacon before. It's going to be the same exact process. So you're going to put your butter in the bowl. And then you're going to add your 4 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. You should get your chocolate always on sale, so try and find it after a holiday, maybe right after Valentine's Day you want to do this. Anything like that is going to get your meal down to a cheaper price. So you're going to melt those two together, and then once you've got a nice smooth chocolate, you're going to add your 2 eggs. We've already beaten them today. Just add them in, mix it up, and then what we're going to do is put it in a bowl and add it to the fridge so that it can chill. We're going to let it chill while we make the rest of our meal today. And so let's get working on that. We've got David already starting on our whipping cream. So he's got 300 milliliters of whipping cream in our bowl. He's using a cool little whisking tool, but you can also just use a fork or a whisk. I've taken the chocolate off the stove, and it's got its beat egg whipped into it. And now we're just going to put it in the fridge to chill. So I'm just going to pour it in our round tin here. Perfect. Now after you've got your whipping cream starting to sort of form a little bit, you want to slowly add your sugar to it. So let's slowly put this in there. Keep going, David. He'll also be walking us through our meat portion of the dinner a little bit later. Isn't that right, David?
That is correct. I'm the meat master.
Alright. So we'll let David keep working on that, and let's put this in the fridge. So we're ready to start our meat portion of the dinner tonight. We've got some pork medallions here, and David's just going to walk us through what you want to do to start off with our medallions.
Thank you, Kara. Now, generally, if you want to beat your meat, you want to use a meat hammer, but unfortunately, we don't have a meat hammer. We have this rolling pin, which is going to work just as well. Now, to beat your meat, one hand's for power, so make the medallion remotely thin.
Now, how thin do we want to make them today, David?
1/4 of an inch. Now, you can roll it out a bit just to get it remotely thinner, because sometimes just beating it's not going to get it. Now, when you beat, it's going to be loud. Everyone can hear you beat your meat, but it's going to be a lot larger at the end of your medallion to make it easier for it to cook because there's less density in the meat.
So once you've got your meat to about 1/4 of an inch, you want to make sure that you're aerating it. So you want to just take a fork and you're going to pierce the meat. It seems a little gross, but just pierce your meat, and we're going to rub some salt and pepper into it just so that the spices get a little bit more flavor inside the meat. Each of these medallions actually today only cost $2. So as a healthy protein option, this is really affordable, and especially if you buy it on sale, you could get it even cheaper. So for a Valentine's meal tonight, it's going to be $4 for the two of us to have protein. Awesome, so these are ready to be cooked on the stove. We're just going to rub our salt in, and then David's going to walk you through cooking them. So we've moved over to the stove, and we're just reducing. We've got a 1/4 cup of maple syrup and 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, and we're reducing that on the stove. So what that means is we're turning it to a high temperature, and we want we want it to boil so that all the liquid boils out of it, steams out of it, and it gets to be a little bit thicker. So you want to make sure you're looking to see that it thickens and it pours a little bit slower than when you first put it in. Also make sure we want to get about 1/3 of a cup for cooking with our pork today. So just eyeball it. You're looking for enough to cover the bottom. We've also got our pork ready. It's all seasoned up, and now we're going to get David in here to show you how to cook it.
Alright, now pork is relatively inexpensive, so these medallions aren't going to cost us too much, as previously mentioned, $2 each. All you need to do is cook it, hot pan, a little bit of oil, fairly simple. You're only going to need 3 minutes on each side. Hopefully our pan can fit all of them. Now with the hot pan, we're going to get a good amount of char on the front, which equals the flavor. And as we can see, if you don't have that boiling sound, that simmering sound, that means it's too low of a temperature and you're not going to get a good cook out of it. Now, after 3 minutes on each side, our pork medallions are done. They're a nice golden brown color. We can now add our maple balsamic reduction. And we also add our mustard. Now I'm going to get started on the bacon while Kara gets started on the salad.
So David's done cooking our bacon and we're ready to add it to our side salad. I've already started building it. We've got mushrooms sliced, we've got spinach without the stems, and some green onion. And I'm going to start to cut up the bacon here. These are just to add some fresh bacon bits to the salad. You can also buy them at the grocery store in packets, pre-cooked. Funny thing, I always get nostalgic about cooking with green onion because we had a little green onion farm. I say it's a garden beside our house that we really only had green onions in it. And my brother would run out anytime we had mashed potatoes or any type of potatoes and grab some fresh green onion. I always think of that story when I'm cooking with it for some reason. Alright. So let's put that in there. And now we're going to work on our dressing. So our dressing, we have 1 egg, and we're going to do 1 egg yolk, not the egg whites. So when you're doing or cracking an egg and want to separate it, you use the shell to help separate it. So just push the egg back and forth. This will get all the egg whites off of it. And keep our egg yolk. We're going to dump that in the sink. Okay, so we've got our egg yolk. And now we're going to get some lemon juice. So you just want to cut your lemon in half. Make sure that you roll it on a cooking board before, just so it gets a little soft so that the juices come out easier. Dressings are also done a lot by taste. So if you, we're just going to put half in and then I'm going to taste it and see what it tastes like after we've added everything else. If we need a little bit more lemon, we can. Alright, so let's mix our lemon and our egg up there. And we're going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil to that. Let's mix that up. And we've got just under a teaspoon of sugar and salt and pepper, which we're going to add as well. Now when you're making a salad dressing that has egg yolk in it, that's the salad dressing that you need to keep in the fridge. So if you're making lots of it, make sure that you store it in the fridge, or if you even put it on the salad, if you have leftovers, put it in the fridge for sure. Just going to taste it here. Tastes delicious. So we're going to add it to the salad and bring back out our dessert to finish up the episode. So David and I are now team tagging the dessert. We've got him slicing strawberries and I've pulled out our chocolate from the fridge. We're going to start to fold it into our whipped cream, which we did before. Now this is sort of like a ganache or a mousse. The end is what we have. You really want to get it so it's the same consistency. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to put this back into a ramekin and then cool it for a little bit longer until we're ready to eat it. Alright, so the reason that we did a lot of our steps for the dessert beforehand, before we actually started our salad and our meat, was because this takes a little bit of time to chill, like I said, but also we didn't want the salad to wilt and we wanted everything to be ready at the same time. Thank you for watching our Valentine's Day special. Today we've made 3 dishes and each portion is under $5 per person. So you're going to spend a lot more money going anywhere else. Make your food at home, make these recipes, and have a nice meal with you guys. So we've got our side salad, we've got our meat portion, and of course our dessert.
Now it's time for my dessert. Look at this, cute, it's kind of like a couple. You want to go out sometime?